What
Ho,
up,
ho,
breadheads? Ho.
ho. Merry Christmas, you fucking broke boys and broke girls. Daddy's home and we're ready to pod.
Yep, Merry Crookmas to everybody here. Especially
Uh,
you, Eric. I hear you're the victim of some holiday shenanigans.
that's true, Ty. It is Merry Christmas to all my hoes, but none of my hoes will be receiving gifts this year for two reasons. One is I ain't rawing them no more. And
Right.
number two is, you know, Daddy Essence Claus, crashed the sleigh into Big China this year and wasn't able to come through the elves all got cancer or something, and they all failed at their job. So
Ruh-roh.
this
So
year,
what? Sorry, I'm just trying to make sense of what you just said. I think what you're trying to tell me is that Essence let you down.
big conglomerate tech leader in innovative fashion house Essence, based out of Montreal. Um, yeah, bro, they are not shipping out orders. They said, you know what, we could use the capital instead, and decided
Yeah.
to steal everyone's money. I guess the Essence private sale really took a toll on them this year, and
Mhm.
instead of shipping out everyone's Christmas orders, they said, you know what, let me keep that for you. Let me hold on to that for you, bro.
Did you at
Much
least
like
get like an
crooked banks.
right? Did you get at the very least like a e-card, a Merry Christmas card from Essence that says thank you for your donation?
Mm. Um, I didn't even get an email confirmation or a confirmation email, let alone um, you know, they did post on Instagram saying apologies,
Hmm.
but they didn't at me. They didn't. Where's my tag? I want to be tagged in that post. If you're
Yeah,
gonna
they should be
apologize, at least
DMing
tag
you
me. Yeah,
at the
I
very
want I
least.
want direct I want direct communication with Essence
Hmm.
CEO, who apparently bought an $18 million house just recently. So I guess that's where my Snow Peak and Aesop money went.
Hmm. Yeah, all you really want at this point, at the very least, if you can't have your Snow Peak chopsticks, is a little bit of empathy from the
Mm-hmm.
Essence father.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, that's a
Uh,
shame, Eric.
yeah. Ty has a really great mind and is able to, really pinpoint the kinds of products that I would buy. But not in this case. I did actually tell him beforehand. He's not just a
Hmm.
wizard. I did cop some
I'm the wizard in
some
some
Snow
way.
Peak. Yeah, you are a wizard. Um, but yeah, he did guess it right. I did buy some Snow Peak chopsticks. Uh, Let me just run you through this order, bro. This is an eclectic order that I just want
The
to
order
like
that
show
never
you.
was.
The order that never shipped.
I think it's
So
like
I
bogus that in 2021, like all businesses are allowed to just drop the ball and then say, supply chain.
like you can't blame COVID anymore, guys. Like COVID has
Yeah.
been OV. Like let's be real. You're just trash at your job. Like Essence,
Yeah,
has
quit
come through for
phoning
me
it
so many
in.
times in the past with their 1 day priority shipping. But just scope of the problem here, I ordered this stuff on December 14th with 1 day shipping, which I paid extra for. And it's
Expedited.
now, just mere days before Christmas, and we haven't,
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't even shipped yet. So that should give you a sense of where we're at. Um, so I took, a small L on the chopsticks because I
Mm-hmm.
ended up paying more for it in person, but it's all good, bro. We
Yeah.
making money over
The
here at
price
Big
of
Fresh Pod.
convenience. It's the price
That's
of
right.
convenience.
That's true. That's the price of peace of mind right there.
Yeah.
But along with these, you know, utensils, I did cop some Aesop hand soap for myself.
Nice. Did you
Um,
which aroma did you go with?
Bro, when it comes to the two, you already know I'm trying to exfoliate at the same time. All right. So I got the
Mm,
Reverence Aromatique.
that's my
Always.
favorite.
I've
It,
ordered that. Like if I should just start collecting the bottles because I could you know, fill those with like drinking water and like save Flint, Michigan. That's how many bottles I have.
Yeah, you're
Um,
stacking up bottles. You could fill your own little boutique store, your own little Aesop Chinatown.
exactly. Little Chinatown location right here. Um,
That would be
you got
great
the
to like
exposed
open your
concrete.
own. We should open our own sandwich shop, and then we keep all of the different sauces that we offer in Aesop bottles, and you
Hmm.
squirt it out onto our patron sandwiches with those bottles. It'd be way more elegant than the easy squeeze clear white plastic that sits at the failing Subway today.
The easy squeeze that got infinitely refilled. Who God knows when those bottles were purchased.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
worried about the bottom 10% of those bottles. Do you think the mayo in the bottom 10% of those bottles has ever left the container?
that's a great point. We had this exact conversation about the cucumbers yesterday,
It's true.
Ty.
But like I
But
like you don't ever let the gas tank of your vehicle, if you're still driving petroleum, get
hmm
to like straight up empty. You might get the light on, you might run it close, you might be running on fumes, but
hmm
you're always gonna have a tiny bit of gas left. And I think it's
hmm
probably the same case with the light mayo.
exactly. It's kind of like when you're reaching, critical 3% left in your Michael Bublé soft drink at Subway, and then you like
Mhm.
go and get a free, not so free refill under
Mhm.
the table. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm. It's a bottomless fountain pop.
Exactly. Bottomless fountain for two bottoms.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not talking about us, are you?
of course not, bro.
Okay, let's run this back. What else is on this
All
list
right,
here?
all right. Enough gay baiting. Uh, so okay, obviously cop the hand soap for myself. Got the Moroccan Neroli post shave lotion. That's an essential. If you tune into my GQ 10 essentials list, you'll find that on there.
Mhm.
Um, I copped the 10 pack of green titanium chopsticks from Snow Peak.
Mm.
Uh,
Mhm.
Keep in mind this option was $35 um, for 10
So
chopsticks, which seems great,
that
But I
seems
did
reasonable.
I did end up visiting the or patroning the iconic livestock in Chinatown here, and I did cop a single chopstick set for $45.
Really? So
Yeah.
wow.
hmm
You
But
really
you know
paid
what,
a
Ty?
convenience tax there.
A big convenience tax. But you know what? The great thing about gift giving is like I don't really care what it is as long as I just pay the same amount or close to the same amount. I don't care
Right.
if the other person gets screwed.
Because once it leaves your hands and ends up in theirs, it's not your problem anymore. You are the sandwich
Exactly.
artist of Christmas.
I am the sandwich artist of Christmas. Everyone, all these elves are actually sandwich artists because as soon as they hand off their creation or their work, they could
Hmm.
care less if you enjoyed it or not. They got paid, they got their tip, they
For
got
sure.
to, they've already taken the gloves off. It's not,
Yeah.
they've rinsed their blood off they've rinsed the blood off their hands at that point.
They tell you what you want, and you give them something as close as you can get, just like Subway.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, go through this whole order. It's kind of shit.
I have one more question about these chopsticks, though.
Okay.
What does one do with titanium chopsticks? Surely that is too strong.
Too strong. There's no such thing as too strong because they are very durable and light. So they are great for camping because they even come in their own little Velcro.
Mm, I see.
hmm
So really, what you're looking for is something carbon fiber for hauling up a mountain to then eat your noodle bowl.
exactly. So you can make instant ramen and eat it with $50 chopsticks.
Hmm.
That's
I
that's
love that
that's like
dichotomy.
amazing. That's just like
That's, some,
exactly what I want to do.
that's a think fresh contrast.
Yeah. So we don't have to go through the rest of this order, but the moral of the story is that Essence this year has, a worse delivery experience than Subway.
Well, you know what it is with Subway? Like they got so lucky that they don't do pre-orders, you know? At Subway, it's like this is what's in stock. There's nothing in the back. You can't order it online. Just it is what it is, you know? And
hmm
there's something really quaint about this like traditionalist approach to selling you things. Like
hmm
we're only going to sell you the tomatoes that are right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's nostalgic when you think about it because, it's much like when you go to like a fish market, a farmer's market, you're seeing what's there. You're seeing like what's fresh, what's been picked, what's ripe,
Hmm.
what's ready to be eaten. And you're placing, your order based on that. Like you might go without even any shopping list.
Yeah, you realize that like the hunt what was hunted and what was gathered that week become your options for your meal. It is really uh, barbaric, actually, but in the best
Hmm.
kind of way. It's this. You're right, nostalgic.
Hmm. Exactly. It really brings me back to, like you said, the hunter-gatherer uh era.
It's like back when, before Uber Eats, when I would go to the grocery store.
Hmm. Yeah, I know Uber Eats is basically hunting and gathering, but like post streetwear.
Post streetwear, yeah, exactly. Um, but I guess the difference between the produce section at the grocery store and Subway is dabbling in 21st century food. We're talking genetically modified, mystery chemicals. Like, I don't
Hmm.
even think the term
Impossible.
some of it is literally impossible. Based on Subway's track record, I don't even think artist is the right terminology to be used anymore, Eric. I think in
Mm,
2022, we need to start calling them sandwich chemists because they were
mm,
dabbling with the chemicals.
Sandwich hummus.
Chemist, yes.
I
They could,
would say
like, how
sandwich
cool would it be?
scientist for the sake of alliteration. But yeah, I
Yes,
think they
yeah.
are, doing some experiments on my sandwich without me looking.
Yeah. I would love it if I walked into a Subway and then the sandwich scientist comes out from the back room. They're wearing the white lab coat a la off white, and they pull their Chrome Hearts goggles up and say, "What can I get for you?"
That's true. It's just a white lab coat that says like artist in quotes on the front, and there's
Hmm.
like a very obvious like Southwest stain that's been like
Hmm.
designed onto the coat.
Hmm. The lab coat is such a funny motif because, like, it's only really used by scientists, doctors, and pharmacists. And the first one develops things that will destroy the world, much like the Beyond Meatball, and then the latter two peddle drugs. So the lab coat has like this really interesting like symbolism behind it.
Hmm. I mean, I don't think there's any coincidence that, Breaking Bread sounds very similar to Breaking Bad,
Hmm.
another iconic, lab coat slash hazmat suit, representation, visual.
Yeah, you're right. So, hmm.
And that sauce be meth sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just like it
Hey.
got you hunched over in the corner, like with your back about to break, and your mouth is drying out, and you just like pass out for 9 hours straight in the corner of the subway, dehydrated.
Chipotle, the Chipotle South meth will do that to you.
Yeah, exactly. And as soon as you wake up, you snap out of it, and you drink some buble. You're, less than an hour later, you're crawling back to the scene of the crime for another hit.
Yeah. Yo, no, it's so real. Like, after I ate my footlong the other day, about an hour later, I'm just slumped over in a chair thinking, do I have COVID?
I know that, four sauces, it's like an aerial assault on your taste buds sometimes. And,
Mm,
after that much spice and sweet and savory all hitting at once, you know,
yeah.
it can leave your taste buds in a daze, much like a meth head, to be honest.
Then you're like, I need to go talk to a different lab coat now.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta get something put up my nose just to make sure that I'm alive.
If you put the wrong thing in your mouth, you got to put something up your nose. That's crazy. But yeah,
That is
sandwich
crazy.
chemist, Eric.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, just yeah.
Oh boy. So is there, obviously like one would consider Subway substance.
Mm,
So there is an opportunity for a user to, you know, encounter some substance abuse, right? That said,
hmm.
is there an opportunity or a market, I guess, for, much like an Alcoholics Anonymous type of thing? You know, you could
Mhm.
have like uh, a sandwich anonymous or
Mhm.
something along those lines, a clever thing. But
The
is
sandwich
there?
somebodies. They're anonymous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Um, and you know that could be your support group to like help you wean off of the sub.
Mhm. There's some weaning would needs to happen with people for sure. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely believe there is a market for the sandwich somebodies to come together
Mm-hmm.
and discuss their
Mm-hmm.
traumas and their experiences with
Mm-hmm.
the footlongs that they created.
Yeah,
They are a product of their own environment. Um,
totally.
yeah, I mean, like, okay, so there are more people that are addicted to Subway than I think you and I know. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I talk to someone, and I always bring it up quite nonchalantly, Eric. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not walking into a room with a t-shirt on that says ask me about Subway sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that on me. I don't
Yeah. Ask me about my order.
ask me about my order. But I do sometimes drop hints. For example,
Mm-hmm.
the other day, my friend is mixing two different White Claw flavors, and that naturally led to a conversation about mixing vegetables at Subway. Total psycho move, I know. But
Absolute psycho move.
what I've realized time and time again is that everyone is obsessed with Subway. You and I, we're actually the anomaly here. We don't go that often.
Mm-hmm. The times that I do bring up Subway around people that go regularly, it's immediately obvious that they go way more frequently than I do.
Mhm.
Like Ty and I eat at Subway like literally before our 100th episode, we haven't been, and that was like what, a year and a half. So
Time
we
has
took
no
like a year
meaning
and a half
anymore.
off, and then I know it's like pre-COVID and post-COVID. Um,
Mhm.
but we haven't been in like a year and a half, and then like we broke the seal, we went, and then since then we've been like twice.
Mhm.
So that's like three times in the last like 2 years.
Yeah, we
And
retired
other
from the
people,
game, then returned. We made a big comeback season, come back in the way, back in the day.
yeah, exactly. Uh, God damn it! Someone needs to like make a compilation of like our like Drake references of this
Mhm.
podcast, just like all in one hour long Vimeo exclusive or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a breadhead out here with plenty of time on their hands.
Absolutely. Um,
Time and sauce.
Time and sauce. I got a penchant for sauce, and I'm hungry, buddy.
Yeah, getting this man some double meat. So
Yeah.
everybody goes to Subway. Nobody's talking about it except you and I. But we don't go to the Subway.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of messed up.
That's why this podcast is so popular because no one's willing to admit that they go to Subway as much as they do,
Hmm.
and we talk about it way more than we go. So it's like a perfect pairing. Like somebody who's like a closeted Subway goer, you know,
Hmm.
might go once every week or twice every week. They're probably listening to this in line right now as we speak during lunch
Yeah,
rush.
probably. So I think
And
like
to you, Breadhead, I say thank you.
thank you for your ongoing support. I had one friend the other day, Eric, who said to me, in 2022, my goal is to eat less Subway.
Oh
It's
boy.
like, what? You go that often? I had no idea.
Yeah. Subway somebodies. It's a real thing that we got to start. We got to wean your friend off because,
Hmm.
you know, it's potentially damaging to their longevity.
More likely. So everybody
Hmm.
needs to the come out of the sandwich booth, come out of the closet,
Yeah.
share your love of Subway, and then because admission
Hmm.
is the first step.
That's actually out. Um, you know, everyone has a traumatizing Subway story. Maybe Subway for you is triggering, um, but you know, we gotta get through this together. You know what I mean? And I think this
Hmm.
podcast can maybe do some real good in the world. What say you, Ty?
I think so. I like to think of this podcast as the toaster, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You have these like shriveled like molds of bread. That's like your memory, that's your trauma. And we make that bloom, perfume, come to life and become something you can be proud of. You come out of the toaster and you're proud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of being proud, I think we need to, potentially raise awareness, um, destigmatize eating at Subway. And this is all in an effort to, curb people's addictions, make sure that
Mm-hmm.
they are eating, a true rainbow diet. Um,
Mm.
and so, to connect the bridge here, I think we need a Pride Month for
I think we need
Subway.
a Pride Month too. Celebrate rainbow diets. Brilliant.
Absolutely. We want people to come out of the sandwich booth, um, let us know what they order, talk openly about this phenomenon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you love swallowing footlongs, just tell the world it's okay.
Grab a partner, let us know,
Mm-hmm.
be
Split a
open about
six
it.
inch. That's
Split a
what Ty and
60.
Eric do when we go. We sometimes split a 6 inch, and we're not
Hmm.
ashamed of it.
Yeah, we'll split a 6 inch, talk about our woes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Damn.
man. Turns out a lot of our coworkers are closeted Subway goers, Subway
Mm-hmm.
lovers. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm. A lot of celebrities too. You get these like occasional like paparazzi photos of Justin Bieber or the notorious Kim K with a
Hmm.
plastic bag with the S monogram
Hmm.
on it.
Hmm. That S monogram needs to be printed on a Louis bag because, you know, it's become a fashion piece at this point. I
It's
think
an
it's
icon.
might be one of the most iconic accessories, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the Vetmont IKEA tote bag.
Mm-hmm.
We need a similar treatment for the Subway S monogram plastic bag because it's the perfect shape for, a bottle of natty wine.
Yeah. You could put it on the cork, you could put it on the label. It's a
Hmm.
beautiful icon. It would look great as a belt buckle. Like I'm thinking like Alix style roller coaster buckle where like the two arrows just lock into place. Could be really cool.
Hmm. Absolutely. A Subway A-Leaks collab would actually be perfect because they just
Hmm.
did one with Nike for a yoga collection,
Hmm.
and I can't name one thing that's more lift fresh or be fresh than that.
Me either. They moved from what from yoga mat to yoga bread. Yoga mat bread.
Exactly. Oh boy. But that'd be pretty amazing to like see that in the under the tree, a bottle of natty wine inside of a bag of Subway.
Hmm.
Just a long Subway bag filled to the top with little pet nat, skin
I'd like to
contacts
see
perhaps.
them make a reusable version of the iconic plastic Subway bag. What's
Yeah.
iconic about it is the monogram, but also like the dimensionality. You don't get any baguette style bag like that that is just really long and deep. Like to the point where like if you put your arm down with it, it drags along the ground when you walk it. You don't get that very often with a bag. So I'd like them to
Hmm.
reproduce that with a slightly thicker plastic so that it has a bit of longevity to it. That would be a pretty cool like purse or lunch bag or
Hmm. Great
weekender
stocking
bag
stuffer.
even. Great stocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put the
A
stocking
lunch
in
bag.
there.
A lunch bag. Yeah, a lunch bag is like the perfect use case. Like think about when like Starbucks, you know, coffee cup and made that into a reusable plastic one.
Hmm.
Why doesn't
Well,
Subway do
what
the
the
same?
biggest? That's the biggest scam to just like
Is it though?
replicate the iconic fake cup or like single use cup
Hmm.
as a forever cup.
But Ty, that is a true MVP. Like that is like the definition of a beautiful MVP. I put
That's a
the
good point.
Starbucks cup in terms of like the Think Fresh Design Awards. I put that reusable Starbucks cup up there with like first gen AirPods.
It's just that iconic.
It's that iconic, and
They
it's
just
like
cut the cord. They
literally It's literally an MVP. They cut the cord, and that's it.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
I love the metaphor of that. They're like, yeah, we're going wireless. We're cutting the cord, literally.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
they took the bag and they said, "We're solidifying this."
I mean, maybe V1 then for Subway is they just double bag it and then say, don't throw this out. Just thick it. It's a two paned plastic now.
Exactly.
Two pane.
God damn it. I would love that tie. You and I both know we would be using that bag if it, if you could buy it.
If you could. I don't want it for free. I want to buy it.
I wanna have something that other people don't have because it costs money.
Yeah. Me too.
hmm Okay, Ty. It's been a great episode once again. You know, thank you. Thank you, Ty.
Thank you, King. I really
Today is not about
appreciate your
the
thinking today.
Thank you. Today's not about the breadheads. This is a co-host appreciation episode. Um, and I gotta say, I got mad love for my shooter, Ty, right here.
And I got mad love for you as well, Eric. You are the meat to my vegetable.
I am the patty to your veggie.
Yeah, the herb to my cheese.
The sweet to your onion.
The chip to my cookie.
Ooh, incredible.
Well, thanks
Okay,
for thinking
well,
fresh with me. Always. Thank you, breadheads. You know where to find us.
hmm you know where to find us. OnlyFans, Instagram, Twitter, in that order. Talk to you later. Ciao.
Ciao.